I don't know if it was that they saw that I was taking 4 weeks of ENT and thought maybe I was interested in ENT, but I felt right away like I was getting more attention on this rotation and more personal teaching, and people cared about me more than I had on any other rotation. And I think that for a medical student is a very uplifting feeling, because a lot of times you feel like the person in the short white coat off in the corner, that people kind of wish you weren't there. But I didn't feel that way when I was on my rotation. And specifically, George Adams was the chairman at the time, and he was so inclusive of every single person that was involved in the care of the patient around him. We'd be in the operating room, and he would be talking to the medical students, the residents, the circulator, the person who brought the instruments into the room. Everyone was included, and I really liked that atmosphere, and I liked that culture. The other faculty in the department were very similar at the time. Sam Levine was another mentor in the department for me. The residents were very engaged in teaching, and I think it was because they were well taught. They were very comfortable in taking on a medical student who was interested in what they were doing and letting them do some things. And the easiest way to get a medical student to want to go into a specialty is to hand them a couple of instruments and say, here, use these. And so they did that with me, and that was fantastic. And Dr. Adams took a personal interest in what I cared about in my life, what my career aspirations were, and that made an impact. So I had no idea that ENT was the specialty of choice for me until I had that rotation and that clerkship experience, and it was fantastic. So at that point I had to revamp the rest of my medical school career, spend some time doing some research and getting to know people in the department and learning more about ENT. And throughout all of that, I never felt anything but complete support.